we're getting ready to move on to the preseason #1 5A team in the state of Texas.
Premier.
They are what I would call a defending state champion due to the pandemic. But, the Lancaster Tigers, Coach Farron Douglas and his boys are here joining us.
Yes.
Coach Douglas, how are you, man? Appreciate you joining us. The Weibo Nation is in the building. Stand up.
Yes, sir.
Look at y'all. Look, I have been trying to contain myself the whole time. I'm excited. The dog jumped in. Lancaster's here. We are ready. We are ready, guys. It's so good to see y'all again. Oh my goodness. Wade, Coach Douglas, so good to see you. Wade, you set up like set up like he works for Heads Up Media. Marquise, you right behind him. You right behind him. You there.
Wade cheating.
Jalen, whenever Jalen's ready to come in, we're ready to see him.
Jalen, bring that camera down on your face, son.
Yeah,
let us see.
Look at your teammates. Look at your teammates. They set up. Got it.
So absolutely. So we're here live with the Lancaster Tigers and Coach Farron Douglas. Coach Douglas, we're gonna dive right on in and talk a little bit about how it feels coming off of a state tournament run that was ended prematurely due to the pandemic, and then also some of your expectations for the upcoming season.
Well, it was a great season last year. We kind of wanted to play the game. I felt like we had a pretty good shot at winning it, but we fell short. But I think this year the guys they're fired up and ready to go. I was listening to Coach Thomas over at Faith Family, and what he was saying, he feel like he the underdog, and that's how we always feel at Lancaster, man. We get the accolades for being #1 and stuff like that, but we always hunting, So we just come in and just work hard every day. That's the goal. But when you got players like Marquise and Wade Taylor, man, it makes my job a lot easier.
Absolutely. And speaking of the guys that are playing on your team, who are some of the players to watch for this year? Call them out. Who are some of the players?
We got definitely, everybody know Wade Taylor. He's a A&M signee. He's been starting with me for the last 4 years. He's a big part of what we want to do. But we also got Elijah Huey. He's a Western Kentucky signee. He's coming in. We got big things in store for him as well. Marquise. We always going to lean on Marquise, man. He's our dog down on the block down there, man. And he's definitely the coach on the floor and in practice. I got to get on him in practice. Let me coach and you play, man. But Jalen Williams, he's a returner coming back. He's one of our better defenders, and we got Dorian Goodman. Dorian he came over from Lincoln. Dorian is a tough kid, smart kid, and I'm looking for big things from him as well. So, but collectively, man, we got a great group. We got a good mixture. We got experienced mixture with younger guys that has high basketball IQ. So we got high expectations, but we know we got a lot of work to do.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna toss it over to the Texas A&M commit, Mr. Wade Taylor himself. So, Wade, talk a little bit about some of your personal goals for the year, as well as some of the team goals this year for the Lancaster Tigers.
One of my personal goals is just really, just try to grow as a player every day, so I can, be ready for, of course, college. And I just want to get better every day, of course. Leave as a state champ. For real, playing the game and hoisting that trophy up. And the team goes, of course, just get better every day, like Coach Doug said, and just, try to make the best out of my senior year. And, Coach Doug always says play for the seniors, but I'm looking at it this year, I'm playing for the underclassmen. I know I'm trying to lead them, and I want to show them how it's supposed to go. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Fantastic. And you've been a 4-year starter at Lancaster. You played a lot of high-level basketball, played some high-level competition.
Mm-hmm.
What was your most memorable game in a Lancaster uniform today?
I'm going to say last year in regionals against Kimball, that was probably the most memorable game because it meant so much to us. you know, losing in that same gym 2 years in a row on buzzer beaters, I feel like winning that game was a huge stepping stone for our community, for our team, just even for myself. I mean, you know, last year, the year before that, I didn't have, you know, the best game, but coming back last year, you know, winning that game was pretty big in my career at Lancaster so far.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm gonna turn it over here to Mr. Seven, Marquis Sykes. Talk a little bit about the glue guy of the Lancaster Tigers, as I call him. Talk a little bit about some of your personal and team goals for the year, and how good do you think this team really can be?
Personally, as personal goals, I
Yes,
just want to work on my leadership. I really want to. Coach Doug and the assistant coaches, Coach Said, Coach DRs, Coach Stewart, they always tell me I need to step up and be a leader. So I'm just working on self things like that, being more disciplined. And last year I had Coach Doug told me I had more leeway to, like, you know, foul because we got Mike Miles. So last year my role was different. So this year personally, I just gotta, you know, change my mindset on how I play. I can't foul as much. My team need me in the game. And personal goals, just staying in shape, staying healthy. And for team goals, I just want to make sure I'm leading these guys in the right direction. I'm working on my leader skills as far as being a good leader. I don't want to tell my teammates, because they juniors just like me, I don't want to feel like I'm bossing them around, because sometimes I have a problem. It's not what I'm saying, it's how I'm saying it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't want to. Sometimes I yell at them, and they be like, and they look at me sideways, but it's all just the same age, and, you know, they ain't trying to be told what to do by me, but I'm just working on leader skills and making sure they all focus, because the schedule we got, you got to be locked in. And I know what's to come. Ever since my freshman year, we ain't had no easy schedule. We ain't played no 2As, no 1As. Coach Doug, he going to make sure we ready for the season. So I'm trying to make sure they mindset there, make sure we ready to rock and roll.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's good stuff.
And it's already such a good start, Marquise, that you know that it's not necessarily what you say, it's how you say. Because a lot of people don't know that. It's grown people that don't know that that's part of the problem. So you already have the wherewithal to know, you know, what it is you need to work on and the direction you want to go in. So that's really good.
Absolutely.
That's easy to fix.
And let's throw it over real quick to another returning starter, Southeastern Oklahoma commit, Mr. Jalen Williams himself. Jalen, appreciate you being here, and talk a little bit about some of your personal and team goals for the season this year.
Some personal goals are to be more vocal on the court and make sure I'm talking to the youngsters, leading them through plays and situations through the game. And the team goals is to stay healthy and stay locked in, be ready for the last 7 games. But we got to be locked in throughout the whole season, because like Seven said, our schedule is not an easy schedule, so we got to have a big team and be locked in together.
Absolutely. Now, Coach Doug, I had the pleasure of getting all access to come in and visit one of your practices, and again, I always say the culture at Lancaster High School is different from many schools in the state of Texas. Speak a little bit on why that is, and what are some of the things that you guys do that you feel separate you from the competition. Like, you guys are putting in some crazy work when I came over there. So talk a little bit about that process and how you guys buy into it.
Well, it's Weibo. You know, we believe in orange, man. That's it. It's Weibo. But it's a it's like I say, it's a lifestyle, Jabari. When you came over, it wasn't a horse and pony show, I should say. That's just how we work, you know, and it wasn't nothing new. I know if you kind of watch the guys, it looked normal to them. It wasn't like they was faking or putting on for the camera because you was there. That's just what we do every day. Expectations is always high at Lancaster, you know what I'm saying? Ever since I've gotten there, you know, this will be my 15th year there, you know, and just, you know, our whole goal every year is to win state. You know, that's what we set out to do. You know, sometimes you can't win state all the time, but, you know, we definitely working towards that every year, you know, so. And again, man, just my hats off to Weibo Nation. I believe we got the best fan base, you know what I'm saying, in the state. You know, they're going to follow us wherever. And like I tell the guys, man, when we working, man, in practice, man, we working for our fans, not just us. You know, we got people that follow us and they expect the best from us. So, and that's just our motivation. You know, our fans.
You know, one of the things I'll say about Coach Doug, for those that don't know, is very few coaches I say this about, but he's one of them. You will see him coach his best player just as hard as he coaches the not so good player on the team. There's no discrimination in that. It's truth telling. And you gotta love that as a basketball guy, as a coach. You gotta love that. That has a lot to do with that Weibo culture. So, Wade Taylor, I want to ask you this: what's it like playing for Coach Farron Douglas? You've been there 4 years under his leadership. What's it really like? Well, give us the real.
Man, it's so much. I mean, I couldn't pick a better high school. I mean, Coach Doug, you know, he's been knowing me since I was pretty much born, and he just always told me he couldn't wait to see me in that orange and black. So that just stuck with me a lot. I mean, Coach Doug, he's a different kind of guy. He off the court, he'll be a friend sometimes, but it's great. I mean, he's gonna get you right. Like he's not gonna sugarcoat anything. You gotta work hard, regardless if it's running plays, if we're scrimmaging, lifting weights on the track, anything we do, we gotta go hard because he know that everybody's coming for us. So I feel like my 3 years so far, and going into my senior year, man, it's been a great pleasure being coached by Coach Doug, and I'm just ready for everything to come this year.
Fantastic.
So guys, first of all, let me just commend you all. Everybody looks great. You sound great. I feel like we've done this before. And so with that being said, we always highlight, this is a question that really never can get old because, times change. So we're always concerned about what's your next step? What's the next plan? Wade, you have chosen a school that we're so excited we can drive to really easily. And so, but when you get to school, and this is for all of you, what is your plan? What's your future goal? What is it you want to do when the ball stops rolling? But you need to be thinking of those things now. So, we preach that all the time. The puppy, he is into it. So Wade, we'll start with you. What are you going to major in? What do you ultimately see yourself doing in life professionally?
I'm going to major in sports broadcasting. I like talking, of course, but I like talking about sports a lot. So I feel like whenever I'm done with my basketball career, I still want to be a part of the game. I want to give my knowledge back to it. So I feel like sports broadcast would be pretty good for me.
Okay. Good deal. Well, you're in the right place. And, we are always here. I mean, we want to have you back, of course, again and again in an internship position and being able to interview and talk about games and talk about players and then, and talk about all of those good things, all things basketball. So, Jalen, let's jump over to you because you're next in line and you're going close by. You're not too far. So let's talk about you. What's your future plans?
I've been thinking I used to want to do psychology and criminal justice and stuff, but then I thought I always want to be around basketball. Like my mom and dad, my mom used to be a volleyball coach at Lancaster, and my dad is now Arlington head coach. So I want to be in education so I can be a coach. So I might want to be a math or science teacher somewhere in that field, and then eventually move up to being a head coach somewhere.
Well, that's good, Jalen. And I'm going to put a little bug in your ear because what is really needed, what they've gotten rid of in a lot of schools is counseling. And so if you stayed on the path, you've got basketball in your blood, basically. It's kind of like riding a bike. I mean, it's not something that you will forget easily. And I'm sure you'll continue to do it and working out and all of that. So I would encourage you to pursue, a psychology degree because you can go into school counseling and coaching, but you can also, as a coach, help your players. I mean, that's a big deal. Absolutely. Student athletes, mental health, how everything is going. I know I've checked in on y'all before just to, make sure everything is good, and we don't do that enough. So I encourage you to stay that course and really dive into that. So I'm in psychology class right now, as a matter of fact. So I get it. Marquise. Yes, the last one on the list there. So what's your plans?
I want to do sports medicine. After in my 8th grade year when I tore my MCL, that's when I had to go to therapy. I had really liked the being like my the person who was helping my therapist. He really got me into sports medicine because I was thinking afterwards, what would I do? And he told me about how he used to be an athlete, McDonald. I think he said it was McDonald All-American. I forgot my therapist's name, but he said he was like a McDonald All-American back in the early 2000s, and he was just like, once the ball stopped rolling, this is what he do. And so, like, I think just being around sports, doing that, helping people recover is something I really want to do because I was in that same position.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, that you got a plan, and I like that you have reasoning behind your plan. So good. Again, all of you, we encourage you, of course, to again, we have so much extra time. We have a little bit of extra time, so I encourage you all to stay the course and research what you need to do now. Do not wait until later. So you can do those things at the same time. One last question before we go. I've got to ask. What? I've got to ask about, and actually this is a good question, I know. We've asked every program about, how you all are handling moving into the new season with the pandemic still looming over us. It's not going anywhere. It's, no time soon. So we're about to hit a really stiff wave, especially compounding with influenza. So let's talk about some of the simple measures, Coach, that you're taking to make sure that your guys stay safe and healthy so that they can have a great start to the season and a great finish.
We definitely do. Basically, I kind of been watching the show the whole time, and we've been doing it basically the requirements. We check temperatures. We definitely letting the guys know that they have to wear their mask and the social distancing part of it. But we preach to them that like Coach Bacon said, we don't want to be that team. We don't want to be the team that has to miss for 14 days and kind of put a stall on our season. So, and the guys, they understand that. I tell them when they're away from us, make sure that they're taking care of themselves. Not only are they taking care of themselves, but they taking care of their family as well. So I heard Waxahachie Coach Gober they say they have seating arrangement at home. So we're going to have to add that one to our
Yeah.
Right.
But I've kind of been listening to all the coaches, man, but like I say, we just trying to be careful as possible, man. And like I say, I pray about it. And like I tell the guys, man, every day is a blessing that we are in the gym actually working, because any day we can get shut down. So, we just try to, just seize the moment, man, and we get a win a day. And just pray that, everybody be safe and healthy, at the end of the year or throughout the whole year.
All right. Well, that's good. Again, it's so important because the responsibility really does fall on us individually so that it makes an impact collectively. So guys, each of you, Wade, Marquise, Jalen, I just want to encourage you as the team leaders that you are, make sure, and not just on your basketball team, but even in your school, all of you are well known. So we just encourage you all to continue to be a voice for keeping everybody safe, making sure you're not participating in those super spreaders. In the last segment, we talked to the guys and encouraging that. They said even with their families, your family's got to take it seriously too. So, but you all are staying safe, which is good. We're happy to see you. I cannot wait. I'm coming to the next practice.
Hey, I hate to cut you off, but Marquise is going to be a coach. He's going to be a coach. All right, he's going to be a big time coach too.
Definitely. Can definitely see that, Coach. Absolutely.
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 Guys, thank y'all so much. Always.
Shout out to the number 1 5A team in the state of Texas, the Weibo Nation, Lancaster High School boys basketball. Appreciate you guys tuning in, joining us. Good luck this year. And, of course, we'll be there supporting you every step of the way.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks
Bye,
for
guys.
having me.
Stay safe and be great. Y'all soon.
Appreciate it.
As always, such a treat to talk to Lancaster.